Hey guys, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing a palette today because that's what I said that I would be doing, and excuse me for how I look because I realize my hair is wet and looks disgusting. I just got out of the shower. All I've done is applied moisturizer, and so I'm just going to be doing my full face for you today with the Jaclyn Hill palette, which this also came out a long time ago, but, well, not too long ago. I don't know, like a year, 2 years? I honestly don't know. I'm just going to be starting off doing my foundation, and this is the Rimmel London Stay Matte Foundation, and I'm just going to be applying that all over my face. Don't forget the neck, because I think we all have had that issue some point in our lives if you wear makeup. Oh, and my hair. Some point in our lives if you wear makeup of having that line. I know when I was probably in middle school, when I first started wearing foundation, I always had like an orange line, like you could totally tell. It was really bad, but no one had the guts to tell me. Okay, so I have my foundation fully applied and it looks a little pale, not horrible. But what I'm going to be doing next is taking this Fenty Beauty concealer. This is in the shade Ivory, which might be a little bit too light, I'm not sure. But I'm going to try it out today and we're going to see how it looks. It looks so yellow in the camera, which makes me really, really nervous, but we're just going to go for it. I'm just putting it under my eyes, and then I'm going to put a line down my nose, a little on my chin, and a little right on my forehead. And I'm just going to blend that out with a damp beauty blender. Okay, so that's all blended out, which I actually really like it, but I think you're supposed to kind of warm it up on your hand a little bit. I've seen a video where Rihanna was kind of like explaining her makeup, and you're supposed to like warm it up in your hand a little bit to get it more creamy, so definitely going to do that next time. But I love the coverage of it. So now I'm just going to bake using Coty Air Sun Powder. I'm just going to be putting that over top of my concealer. Oops. This stuff is so messy, but it always looks so good when you get done. Unless you put a little bit too much on, then you are going to be looking white as a freaking ghost. I'm just going to kind of put that all over my face. Not all over my face, under my eyes. And legit, just where I put my concealer, and just let that soak in a little bit. Okay, so I'm baking. I'm saying I'm baking, but I don't really know how to bake, so I'm attempting to bake. And when that's baking, I'm going to be using some bronzer. The bronzer I'm going to be using today is the Radiance Brick Bronzer, which it's kind of has all these different tones of browns in it. Oh. And it's like kind of has a little hint of sparkle in it, so I'm going to use this Earth Therapeutics brush. And it's probably not a good brush for it, but we're just going to go for it and just make my sucky face. This is a very light bronzer. Like, it doesn't show up a lot, which I kind of like because I don't like to wear a lot of bronzer. So probably about that much is where I'm going to stop because I don't want too much. Also, I have a zit over there, which made it look 10 times worse. But that's probably how much I'm going to put, and then I'm going to put a little bit on my forehead. You can kind of see that. I feel like nothing's happening, but you can kind of see it a little bit. And then under here, make sure you really go in on it underneath. Otherwise, you're going to be able to see an orange line. That's something you don't want. Next, I'm going to be taking this Sun powder again. And I need to get some more out. And I'm going to be taking my beauty blender, and I need way more powder than that. This stuff, oh my gosh, when I try and get it out, it makes such a mess. But I still love it. Underneath, I'm going to go underneath my contour. If I can get any on my beauty blender, that would be nice. So I have that baking, and while that's baking, I'm going to be taking one of my favorite blushes. It's the Too Faced Love Flush Justify My Love blush, and I'm going to be using that on my cheek. And I'll just put that right on top of my contour. It looks really pink. I'm going to blend it out, don't worry. Like, whoa! Then I'm just going to be taking this, and I'm going to dip it in some of my Coty Air Sun powder and just kind of go over it. So it's not as too much, you know, I don't want to look bam like I'm blushing hardcore. Now I'm going to be going in with my Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe. I mean, Jaclyn Hill Morphe collab, whatever, I don't know. And it has 35 colors in it, and I think it was like $38 or something, which is a really good deal for all of the shades you get. On the back, it has all the shade names and pictures of them. When you open it up, that's what it looks like. I kind of showed you earlier. And it just has all these. I've used it already, but I just want to make a video about it. So, yes, I know it's used. But this is what it looks like. It's got a bunch of neutral like shades and brown shades and nudes, which I really like because I usually mostly go for that. And then, but it's got some other colors in here too. It's got a teal, it's got a purple, it's got a blue, it's got like a evergreen tree color green. I don't know. But I'm going to be going in with this palette today. So to start off, I'm going to be taking a crease brush, and I'm going to be using this shade right here. And just put that in my crease. So I have MFEO on the lid, and you know what, I'm not going to read you all the shade names because I heard a really weird noise. I was like, what type was it? I'm not going to read you all these shade names because it takes a while for me to comprehend which shade is which on the back. So I'm just going to go in with them. If you want to figure it out, buy the palette and read the back. That sounds horrible, but really. I'm going to be using next this shade right down here, which is below the shade I just used, which is like a dark brown with kind of an orange tint. And I'm going to be just going right over the crease again. Hello. And I'm going to blend the crap out of that because I was not expecting that much pigment because yes, I've used this palette before, I know, but I haven't used it in a while. So I was like kind of shocked by that. I'm gonna go in, just blend this in my crease. I'm doing an outward motion, kind of like this, to get a nice shape for my eyeshadow, kind of flick it out. Okay, so next I'm going to be using this mustard shade, and I'm going to be doing the same thing, and I'm going to go a little bit above the crease, just a tad. I'm going in there. I want to grab my eyelids so bad. I'm trying not to grab my eyelids because I always do that, and you're not supposed to because you're going to get wrinkles. So I'm trying so hard not to do that. Okay, so I put that in the crease, a little bit above the crease. I don't know why I did that. That was not cute. Next, I'm going to be using this beautiful gold shade right here, which is called Queen. I can actually read that one because it's on the end. I'm going to be using this brush right here, Royal and Langnickel. Once again, don't know where it came from. And it's a domed shadow brush, so I'm going to be using that to do this Queen shade, which is, look how pretty that is. That's a beautiful gold shade. I love this gold shade because I always look for a gold shade, and the only other gold shade I really like is the Urban Decay Naked palette, the first palette they have, that gold in there, gorgeous. So I'm gonna put that on my lid, but only bring it to about right here. Do you see how beautiful that shade is? I'm gonna go in with another layer because I want it like really pigmented. Okay, so at this point I can dust off my powder. I kind of totally forgot about that. So I'm just gonna go in and dust that off to reveal my beautiful bright under eyes. Don't forget to do this because that wouldn't be fun. So I've got the gold on my eyes, which is looking really nice. Now I'm gonna be taking a brown shade. I'm gonna be using this brown shade right here, which we used earlier. And I'm gonna be putting that to kind of blend the two together, to blend the shimmery gold and what I've got going on in my crease. So I'm gonna use that and just kind of blend those two together like so. So I've got those colors on. Now I'm just gonna take a crease brush and just go in and just blend it all out. I'm gonna be taking this crease brush, not this crease brush, this flat smudger brush, and I'm gonna be using this brown shade right here, just going underneath my eye with it. Last but not least, I'm going to take this shimmery shade right here, and I'm going to be pushing this, applying this under my brow bone for a brow bone highlight. Then I'm also going to take it and put it in my inner corner. It's beautiful for the inner corner. Look at that. I love it. Now I'm going to just throw on some mascara real quick. I'm going to be using the Lash Sensation Mascara by Maybelline, and I'll be back with you guys. Okay, so I'm back. I've got my mascara on, and I realized I didn't do highlighter, and I was like, wait, I didn't do highlighter because I'm going to be using a shade in here as a highlight just to kind of see how it would work as a highlight because I haven't done that yet. And I'm going to be taking this shade right here, and I'm going to mix it a little bit with this shade over here and just try and use that as a highlighter. So I used that as a highlighter, and it looks beautiful as a highlighter. That it is blinding. It's almost a little too blinding. Kind of needs to calm down a little bit, but that's it as a highlighter, and I think it looks beautiful. I love it. Definitely would use this as a highlighter again. I'm gonna do one last thing. I know I said I had one last step last time, but I'm gonna be using the Superstay Matte Ink Lip. This is, you guys know, it's one of my favorite lips, and this is in the shade Amazonian. I'm gonna put that on. Okay guys, this is the finished look. This is using the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, which I love it a lot. I think it's a great palette. Sorry, I'm still trying to show you my look. I think it's a great palette. Lots of shade options, like look at all that, and love all the neutral shades because that's just the kind of girl I am. When I wear makeup, I kind of want more neutral. So that's why I decided to go do this today, and I just love the shimmers, love the mattes. They are very pigmented, and I definitely recommend this palette. I will probably be doing more looks with this palette because there's so much you can do with this palette. It's crazy. So thanks guys for tuning in. I will have more palette reviews to come because I bought a lot of palettes lately. So love you guys, and thanks so much for watching. Bye!